Hey guys, it's Kevin, State and Co Truck Insurance. Many new truckers believe that Progressive is the worst insurance company. And when I say many, I mean probably about 50% of new venture truckers. If you talk to them, they will badmouth Progressive and will tell you just to run away from Progressive Trucking. They're the worst company to deal with. And in this video, I want to talk and explain the reasons why about half of the truckers hate Progressive. So when it comes to trucking insurance and especially new ventures, when you're starting brand new in most of the states, the only option would be probably Progressive Commercial. In some states, you might have two, three, four options. For example, in North Carolina, if you're a new venture, you'll have Progressive, National General, Everspan Insurance, as well as Berkshire National Indemnity. And but the chances are that probably the price-wise, Progressive is going to be the one that even again, they're not going to be cheap, but this is going to be the insurance company that you'll sign up with. And what typically happens where that resentment against Progressive happens is that as a new trucker, as you start learning the business, learning the ropes, and especially if you want to grow and you want to grow fast, and you start adding other trucks, other drivers, family members, maybe your good friends that just got their CDLs, that's where the what I call the misunderstandings with Progressive start to happen. So if you add somebody who's just got a 2-week CDL, couple of speeding tickets, and their driver's license is out of state, and so there is a big difference when you have a driver. So if the company is based in Georgia, Progressive will always charge the lower increase for the Georgia state drivers, meaning in-state drivers. But if those are out-of-state drivers, they have CDLs from other states, the increase is going to be higher. So again, an example would be you're based in Georgia, you hire a driver from Florida, 2-year CDL, got a couple of speeding tickets, and then the quote that your agent gives you is telling that the increase is going to be $30,000 to add this owner operator with his own equipment, and people just go ballistic. They're like, oh, this is just ridiculous. Progressives unreasonable. There's no way. And then they start calling dozens of other agents upset and looking for another option. And the reality is that, again, when you're a new venture, in most states, if it's less than a year or in some cases less than 2 years in business, you are considered a new venture. Progressive is going to be only option. And actually, guess what? Even after you graduate that 2-year period, most of the preferred trucking insurance companies like Northland Insurance, Canal, Occidental, National Casualty, AAG, they all require a 2-year CDL experience. So guess what? When you have that buddy of yours with 2-week CDL and a couple of speeding tickets, and let's say you already have a Northland Insurance policy, and you call them and you say, hey, I want to add Joe Doe with his Freightliner to my policy, the answer is going to be no. If that owner operator doesn't have a 2-year CDL, they will not even allow you to add that owner operator for any price. And then the CDL, the MBR has to be clean. If they have a couple of violations or one major violation, such as speeding over 20 miles per hour or reckless driving or DUI, those are considered major violations. They will not be acceptable. So that's where, when you talk to other truckers and somebody tells you, oh, I'm just paying, 8,000 per year per truck, chances are they've been in business for more than 2 years. Chances are, their CDL is more than 2 years, plus they have a clean MVR. So when you're kind of stuck with Progressive and not being happy is because probably those are the reasons. When you add those additional drivers or truckers, with bad driving records or less than 2-year experience or out of state, the price is just gonna go through the roof. The other thing that happens also is as you operate, 12 months go by, you expect that now the premium is going to decrease because now, oh yes, I have that 1 year operating history and my agent was telling me that after 12 months my insurance is going to go down. Guess what? If you had DOT inspections and violations, insurance is going to go up. It's not going to go down. And it can be just one violation. That can be enough for the insurance company, including Progressive, to increase your rate by 20, 40, 50%. And some worst case scenarios, let's say you had 2 inspections and both resulted in out of service violations, you will be non-renewed. Basically, Progressive and most other insurance companies, even after that 1 year in business, with that violation will not renew your insurance, and you're going to be back to square one, either hopefully getting a job for somebody else or just go and be leased under somebody else's authority. So when you hear that noise where truckers hate or don't like Progressive, is because those reasons. It's inexperience, lack of CDL experience, DOT violations, adding out-of-state drivers, plus your credit history also has an impact on the premium. So if your credit score is below 650, guess what? Progressive, as well as many other insurance companies, they take that in consideration when pricing their insurance policies. So things like bankruptcies, repossessions, charge-offs, those will also have a negative effect. So, always take that with, a little bit of salt and grain when you hear feedback that, oh, don't give me Progressive, is because there is always story behind that. And many times, truckers, especially the new ones, they try, they go, they learn, they make mistakes, they fail. And typically, the first experience is with Progressive Commercial. A lot of times, the policy gets canceled because, again, they added several trucks, several, other drivers with bad driving record. The premium went up. They couldn't catch up, couldn't make money. And at the end of the day, they end up, the policy ends up being canceled for non-payment. So when that happens and 6 months or 12 months later, the trucker wants to get back into the business and they start shopping around again, the chances are, if he talks to 10 agents, out of 10, he'll get 10 quotes through Progressive. And then probably that trucker is going to say, well, don't give me Progressive because they're crazy. And it's because probably they already owe the monies from the prior policy that's been canceled. And that's the other reason why Progressive's being, bad-mouthed in the industry. But overall, Progressive is a great company, especially if you're a new trucker. You just have to, listen to your agent, pay attention, talk to experienced truckers, learn about all the ins and outs, because those DOT violations, your, driving record, the truck's maintenance, those are all important factors. And 1 or 2 hiccups and mistakes, that's why the premiums go up. And Progressive is the largest trucking insurance company, yes. So of course, with tens of thousands of truckers starting and half failing every year, you will have about 50% that will say, you know what, I had negative experience with Progressive. I didn't hear anything good. I don't want a Progressive. But the reality is that, again, depending on the state, it still might be the only option. So if you like our content, that's pretty much all I have for today, but please stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and we'll see you next time. Bye.